Lake Towada is a mysterious lake filled with deep blue water, located deep in the northern Tohoku region. On the lakeside, at the base of the Nakayama Peninsula, sits the ancient Towada Shrine, a shrine imbued with powerful energy. We will introduce the history of this shrine, which is steeped in the legend of the dragon god, the lord of Lake Towada, and the tranquil path to the shrine. Towada Shrine is located in Yasumiya, a tourist hub on the shores of Lake Towada. Be sure to enjoy the journey to Lake Towada, which is rich in nature. The shrine's entrance is located at the back of Yasumiya on the shores of Lake Towada. Once you pass through the stone torii gate, you'll find yourself in stark contrast to the hustle and bustle of the outside world, as you enter a tranquil approach surrounded by cedar trees that are hundreds of years old. These majestic cedar trees act as a barrier separating the secular world from the sacred grounds. There are two main stories about the history of Towada Shrine. One is the war god theory. It is said to have begun in 807, when Shogun Sakanoue no Tamuramaro, during his expedition to the east, erected a shrine on a raging lake to pray to Yamato Takeru no Mikoto, the god of military fortune. The other legend is the dragon god, which forms the heart of Lake Towada. A monk named Nansobo received a prophecy from Kumano Gongen and arrived at the place where the straps of his iron straw sandals broke, that is, on the shores of Lake Towada. However, at the time, the lake was ruled by Matagi hunters who had transformed into a giant 8-headed snake. In order to become the master of the lake, Nansobo transformed into a 9-headed dragon, and after a fierce battle that lasted 7 days and 7 nights, he defeated the snake and became the guardian deity of the lake, Sairu Daigumin. The very place that became the dragon god's home is the Okanoan inner sanctuary, also known as a Muro, a cliff cave located in the center of the lake. Mysterious patterns known as the dragon's eye remain within the cave, conveying the history of strict ascetic practices. Currently accessible only by boat, this is Lake Towada's most sacred place. Once you pass through the approach and torii gate, you will come across a dragon-shaped Chizuya, purification fountain, that welcomes worshippers with pure water as a testament to the worship of the dragon god. You will see a pair of Kamainu statues and stone steps. Climbing the stone steps will take you to the space in front of the worship hall. As you climb the stone steps, you can see the magnificent carvings on the building, down to the finest detail, and the stately worship hall. Though the ornate decorations are modest, the shrine building, built in the Nagare-zukuri style, exudes the weight of history and the dignity of a guardian deity of the lake. The majestic atmosphere of the temple grounds, surrounded by nature, leaves a deep impression on visitors. Towada Shrine once thrived alongside Osoreism as one of the two major sacred sites of Shugendo. Due to the separation of Shinto and Buddhism in the Meiji period, the current enshrined deity is Emperor Yamato Takeru, but up until the Edo period it flourished as Kumano Gongen, enshrining Sairu Daigumin. This place is still one of the most sacred places in the Tohoku region, where the power of the water god and dragon god remains strong. And behind it lies the main hall. The main hall is not generally open to the public, but it houses the gods that have attracted the faith of many people since the temple's founding. In particular, the former worship of Sairu Daigumin shows that this place is a miraculous place of the water god. You can see what appear to be the iron straw sandals that appear in the legend of Nansobo hanging on the main hall. Next to the main shrine are Kumano Shrine and Inari Shrine. And when talking about Towada Shrine, it is essential to mention the existence of the fortune-telling spot, a mysterious ritual associated with the lake. A corner of the lakeside, down the cliffs behind the shrine, has long been known as the fortune-telling spot, with miraculous powers. Worshippers would throw a piece of paper called a yorigami into the lake, and it was said that if it sank, their wish would come true, but if it floated and was washed away, it would not be granted. Today, for safety reasons, it is not possible to descend to the fortune-telling spot on the cliffs, but this custom has been passed down in a modified form, and it gives a sense of the deep faith that is one with Lake Towada. There is a walking path called Good Luck Path that leads to Towada Shrine. It was created by volcanic activity and connects Towada Shrine to the lakeside, Gosenjihama, forming a gentle S-curve. During the time when Lake Towada was known as a sacred mountain, there were 6 Shugendo caves along this path where ascetics practiced, and today they are dedicated to the gods of heaven and earth. The 6 gods enshrined in the caves are Wind God, Fire God, Mountain God, Gold God, Ama no Iwato, and Sun God. It is said that worshippers made their wishes as they walked along this path. When you come out to the lakeside, Gosenjihama Beach, that leads from Kain no Kamichi, you will find the Maiden Statue by sculptor Kotaro Takamura. It was erected in 1953 to commemorate the 15th anniversary of the designation of Lake Towada National Park. Towada Shrine is one of the most powerful spots in northern Tohoku, combining a sense of awe for nature with the powerful legend of the dragon god. If you're traveling around Lake Towada, be sure to visit this place and feel its mysterious energy. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to our channel.